Hey Saber fans, on this channel I did several videos on the Flyte series of lightsabers from Ultimate Works that I ordered through the Pach Store. I have the original right here in Blazing Red. When this saber first released a few years ago, it came packed with a lot of features at a very affordable price. It has smooth swing, color change, blaster deflection, lockup, and customizable sound fonts. That sound font was called Anguish by BK SABERSOUNDS. Link in the description down below. So the latest release from Ultimate Works is called Mordred, and it has Neopixel. I ordered it from the Pach Store, and let's crack it open and see what it's all about. I got the Mordred when it was on pre-order, so shipping times may vary now that the saber is actually released, but I will put that information in the description down below. So with this saber, again at a very affordable price, I ordered it without a blade, so it was $139 US. If you get it with a 36-inch blade, it's $179. I have always been an advocate for the Flyte series of lightsabers because I feel like you get a lot for your money. It comes with the Asteria Lite soundboard, which I think is a pretty good soundboard, especially for the price. I'm pretty excited about this one actually. Let's see how this saber looks and performs. Oh yeah, that's nice. I like that very much. Okay, let's jump down into that close-up, shall we? And for the close-up, I'll give you the dimensions. Top of the emitter to the base of the pommel is 11.75 inches, 11 3/4. It has an outer diameter of 1.3 inches, a really deep blade depth of 3 inches. It has a resonance chamber for the speaker of 1.5 inches, and it has a weight of 14.5 ounces. Now let's look at the detail on this. As I said before, you got this nice gunmetal gray kind of emitter shroud, and then you've got the brushed aluminum emitter. These really nice windows here. There are 3. This nice screw accent here for the shroud. Notice here the kind of black horizontal within the vertical of the window. And at the top of the emitter, it's black around there as well. That's really nice. It has 7 pogo pins and 6 small LEDs on the PCB there. So this will illuminate even without a Neo blade plug. Here's the choke, which I think is quite nice with the silver rings going around. And then this is symmetrical. You've got this small flute with 4 dots or 2 dots on either side in a horizontal box, almost looks like a control panel. And same thing on the opposite side. Looking at the switch, this is a very nice switch. It's not soft, it has a nice click to it so you can really feel the action. And then there's the USB-C recharge port. Getting into the body, another silver ring. And what's nice here, notice this kind of elevation there. This means that this would very easily take any type of wrap. Paracord, leather, you name it, you can put it on there. More rings down here. This is still part of the body, and the pommel is actually, this is more of a pommel insert right here. There's no screen though, so you can put your finger right through there, so be careful of that, but you do have a pretty deep depth getting to the speaker. That's right there. It's a dark red on that pommel. Really nice accent to the rest of the hilt. So quite nice. Let's take a look at the chassis. Now, the original Flyte did not have a secured chassis. So taking a look at this one here, notice how the battery and the pogo pin, everything's just kind of hanging out there. Now, what is different is here, there were pogo pins to go to the speaker that's located there, and it would touch and give you the sound. The speaker quality here, I think, is a little bit better than the newer one. But look, you can see how flimsy the board is. I mean, that flexes a bit, and the board's right there. So there are some improvements here in having that chassis on the Mordred. But they eliminated the pogo pins, so the speaker is actually wired in there. And the quality is not quite as nice as the older version, but yeah. And then there's the board. You sacrifice one thing, or you gain one thing to sacrifice another, I guess. Okay, so that's the close-up. This saber has a lot of features and a lot of extras on here, so I'll get to that as we zoom back out with a full-length blade. Now that we've had our close-up and dimensions, let's get into the operation and the features. So, like I showed you earlier in the close-up, we've got those 6 small LEDs in the PCB. To wake this up out of standby or deep sleep mode, just press and hold the switch.
I am no Jedi.
And then the illuminated switch will blink at random times to let you know that it is in standby mode and ready to go. So just one tap to power it on. And there you can see all of those LEDs shining. So, to power it off, just press and hold the switch. Or, this also comes with gesture control. You can activate it with a twist, and turn it off with a twist. You can activate it with a swing. Press and hold to turn it off if you want, or a twist, and also a stab. There it is, 3rd time's the charm. Now I'm going to insert a blade. The blade holder is a bit snug, so certain blades may not fit. You may have to sand it down here. Get it in there, nice and deep, 3 inches. So this saber came equipped with 15 sound fonts, and they are all good quality sound fonts. It also has 16 blade styles. Now the fonts can be customized. Just use your USB-C, plug into your computer, and you can go into the folders and change out all of the fonts if you want. But the blade styles, those are not customizable. They are preset and they cannot be adjusted or moved. So pick one you like and go from there. It also comes with 7 song tracks, and they're all really good soundtracks direct from the movies. So once you have the power on, get a real nice blade here. It's super bright. I mean, this Neopixel, I mean, it's so nice. Now, for all of your features, 1 tap for blaster deflection. This is pretty much standard across most sabers. You have clash. The lockup is interesting. Sometimes you hold the button for a second release and it engages the lockup, or you hold it and you do a clash and it locks up. This one, I like the concept and the idea, but it's a bit flawed. So if you clash the saber and then hold or don't move, then it will activate a lockup. And then once you start swinging the saber, it will disengage. Well, getting it to actually activate and hold, that's the challenge. And there it is. Disengage by a swing. So, in theory, this is a great concept, because if you're swinging and you clash and then you don't move, now you got that lockup. So it feels a bit more realistic without you having to do anything else with your switch. But what if you want it to activate and it doesn't, or if you don't want it to activate and it does? So that's one flaw in this one. Great concept and idea, but it needs to be refined a bit. You do have tip drag, and you do that by clashing the saber while the blade is aimed downward. It has a really nice stab, so when you just thrust forward and stab, you actually see that happen in the blade. So just like I was saying, now the lockup activated. This is why I said it needs more refinement, because it could activate when you don't want it to. But again, with that stab, just stab forward and you'll see a light kind of flicker from the base all the way up to the tip, which I think is pretty cool. I like that a lot. To do the color change, just press and hold the switch and twist.
Color, switch, color, switch, color, switch.
Rotate clockwise to go forward in your color, rotate counterclockwise to go back in your color.
Color, switch.
Okay. Now, to change fonts, all you have to do is just twist the saber one direction. If you twist forward and back, that's going to power it on. But if you just rotate quickly in one direction, it'll change fonts.
Dathomir will be your prey.
And we'll give you an idea of some of the different modes. Here's a stack. Now you can change the modes by tapping the switch once and then press and hold.
Mode switch.
And it says mode switch, and that will change your mode.
Mode switch.
Rainbow blade.
Mode switch.
Now this is a pulsing color between, I think it cycles through all the colors that are there at random speeds.
Mode switch.
More of an unstable. And some of these, the power on and power off changes as well, like that right there. Now if you want to change the volume while the saber is powered on, do a quick double tap. You have mute and then 4 volume settings. So doing the volume, quick double tap. Here's our mute. Low, and you kind of hear like an electricity when it initiates the next volume. Here's 2. There's 3. And 4, which is the highest volume. Now next would be music. The music
Ray Skywalker.
activates by double tapping while the saber is off. And there's, like I said, 7 tracks, and they're all directly from the movie. Once the sound is on, just go ahead and activate your blade. Use it as normal. Want to turn the music off, double tap. And then if you do it again, you just cycle to the next track, to the next track, to the next track. It always cycles to the next one. So there's a lot of tracks on there. I will end up doing a separate video really showcasing all of the sound fonts and all of the music tracks and all of the different blade styles as well. So I hope you enjoyed this. I'm really, really impressed with the saber. I think it's really, really nice. I enjoy the overall design. The features are really, really awesome. The only downside to the features that I have is the lockup. But other than that, this is a really, really solid saber. And for $139, you cannot beat that price for a Neopixel saber and all these features and options that you're getting. Also with 15 really, really quality sound fonts. I like all of them. And I'll run through those in a future video. Check back at the channel, hit that bell, subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and you can catch that next video of me showcasing all the features of this very nice Mordred saber. Thank you very much for watching, and may the Force be with you.